Hey, this is Prometheus, and I'm giving you another scheme breakdown. This is out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. I realized that I never broke down a scheme out of the Tampa Bay playbook, and it was just a playbook that defaulted to me when I first started playing MUT. So I actually vacillated over to another playbook and realized, you know, I like the Buccaneers playbook better. I'm going to show you single back. Basically, this is one of the schemes plays I love to run. Primarily because of the flexibility of it. The standard audibles is going to be a halfback dive. You're going to have also play action rollout is one of your standard audibles. Flanker drive is one of the standard audibles, and what I did is I labbed this play up a little bit so I can actually use it with the Z spot to basically force my opponent to start defending that auto motion. And then the other audible in this particular scheme is curl flats, which is kind of nice, and you can attack your opponent to the outside. So let's go ahead and take a look at the base play, and then I'll break out each one of the individual audibles and some of the other plays I'll run with this. Alright, so the base play I want to actually show you is actually an audible. It is going to be a flanker drive, and this is going to be one of my adjustments that I do. The reason I like this is because I'm a big proponent in actually running plays like the Z spot here. You got the auto motion with the wide receiver, and he falls into that area. And there's a lot of things you can do on the back end of this to actually force your opponent to make some easy reads, but you can chuck it down, you can hit the person out in the corner and actually get easy yards with that play. So your opponent will start making adjustments with it, and that's when you actually go ahead and use the flanker drive as your play. Now I want to do the following things based on where my motion's coming at. Instead of leaving the in route, I'm going to go ahead and put a fly route, and I'm going to take the other route that's actually a fly route and put it on a curl route, a deep curl route. And the reason why is it allows me to actually go ahead and see my progressions a little bit easier. So my job is actually to go ahead and take a look at this wide receiver, which is Jackson, and I'm going to watch and see if the defender follows him. And first thing I'm going to do is, if it doesn't follow, it should open up like the Red Sea for Rodriguez to be able to hit him in the seam. If the seam is not available, I'm going to automatically go ahead and take a look to the other side of the formation, either where Safari Jenkins is at or where Jackson's at, and I'm going to use the high-low. I'll hit up to the high, which is Jenkins, for an easy 10-yard completion. I'll check down low. And then finally, I've got off on the back-end corner, I've got a long developing play, which is the deep comeback route, which if it's a zoner like that. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the seam first, and then I'm going to go underneath if I can to pick up an easy 4 or 5 yards. So I got my adjustments set up like that, streak up the tight end on the motion side. I've got my other tight end on a hook route. I'm going to look for the tight end in the streak, and if I can take it, I can. If not, I'll dump it down to the other side. Now, it looked like it was man coverage, that's why I dumped it. So I got the play set up, and if my opponent starts cheating down, you got this seam that you actually can go ahead and pick up a monster yards right there, 25 yards on that particular play. So that's why I like this play. It forces your opponent to make certain adjustments, and then you can go ahead and take advantage of it. And then you've got that deep comeback route that you can go ahead and pick up some pretty easy yards with. So I like this play. I think this play is a nice complement to the rest of the scheme. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next play, which is curl flats. Alright, so we set up the defense here just to go ahead and get a different look. And really with the curl flats concept, I'm going to go ahead and attack the side that I think I've got a better advantage at. So if he stacks one side, I can go ahead and attack the back side with it. So what I would do is actually take my tight end and actually put the tight end in a slant concept. So I've got a levels concept going on the left hand side. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the flat with this tight end and go ahead and see if he's available. If he's not available, I'll check up to either Evans or the tight end Rodriguez coming over the middle. So as you can see right there, easy dump down, and what's going to happen is you're going to force your opponent to start having to defend the flats. This time I'm going to go ahead and try attacking the right side, and he actually went into some kind of a man coverage by the read, so I can always hit that hook route that's going to get a free release. Balanced defense, so now it's kind of your guess in which direction you want to go. but in this type of situation, you've got that slant route that you can pick up an easy 20 yards. What's great about this curl flat concept is that you can hit it to either side of what your opponent is doing. My suggestion is just get away from the extra defender and force him to make plays that way. So you can see right here, able to go ahead and check it down for 4 or 5 yards. You make a play, you can get more than that. Let's take a look at the next play. All right, so the next play in this formation, as far as the audibles are concerned, is play action rollout. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and take that blue audible, which is Rodriguez, and I like to go ahead and put him on a standard flat route. Progressions are going to be the following. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Rodriguez. If a defender actually falls down to Rodriguez, I will go ahead and check up to the next level, but if not, I will take the easy yards. Then I'll look up to Safarius Jenkins and see who's coming across, and then if he's not available, then I'm going to go ahead and pop up Jackson up top for a big play. So as you can see right here, nobody goes into the area of the flat. I'm going to go ahead and take the easy 7 or 8 yards with that. Then you got the next level, where you can actually pick up some monster yards if you get a nice suction catch like that with your defender, with your offensive player. So that's what I like about this game, is I can go ahead and flip it either way against my opponent, and I can attack both sides of the field to really cause him a lot of problems as far as my ability to make some plays. So I'm going to go ahead and use this in my next upcoming Blitz games.